Hello Scorpio, it's Christelle Martinette here, and I have a reading for you for the month of September. I will be using the Tarot of the Pictorial Key, and I'll put those down. And first I wanted to tell you what I heard, what I've been hearing, what I'm seeing. I'm seeing there's a lot of busyness, there's a lot of keeping yourself busy, you know, and in those words, you are keeping yourself busy. And it seems that on the one hand, you're plagued. You know, I hate to use that heavy word, plagued. You are bordering on some obsession to do with a situation that's a bit out of your control. And on the other, though, I see that there's very clearly two sides of you. You know, one is there is this obsessive type behavior mentally more than anything else. It's a mental obsession. On the other, there's this side to you that is open to the world, and everyone sees you as a completely, you know, cool, calm, collected, quirky baby, but you do have your own thing, you know. And it's interesting that there's, excuse me, I have to shut off this fan. Sorry about that. There's still somewhat of a heat wave here, and so I have the fan, but I can't get it in the back of my head. And so it's interesting because you have these two opposing, it seems, opposing energies, and that is draining. But like I say, you, to the outside world, you have this samyas, this behavior, but then there's this current of burning thoughts on one particular, could be anything, could be a person, could be a project, could be something that you haven't come to terms with, but it's something very, very, but there's also here, I'm seeing, and I'll take the cards with this, there's also here sort of a discovery. I'm getting the word discovery. There's a discovery either that you will be making or that you will, you know, make emerge. You have other people discovering something. You know, there's something about a discovery. For those of you who are researchers, there may be something to do with that kind line of work. For those of you who have been hiding something, there may be, you may be finally talking about it. Or for those of you who have been seeking answers, you may be finding them the month of September. Lots going on. Let's see what these cards have to tell us. I'll put them first down, and let me shut off. I'll put these down and then take them one at a time and turn them over. The mystery cards today. Oh, another thing I'll be giving next week, I'll be announcing the winner for the past life regression contest, and I'll be, in a separate video, I'll be reading that for those of you who are interested. The first card here is the Page of Pentacles, and okay, the Page of Pentacles, and I will take Sibilla cards on this. The Page of Pentacles is here to tell you, look, Scorpio, you may have this divided behavioral pattern that is going on for the month of September, and probably has been going on and will be going on, but take a step back and take a look up and out beyond the mundane, obsessive everyday life. You know, for those of you who do not work in the spiritual realm, this has to do with, even for those of us who do, you know, we get so caught up in this third dimension, this heaviness, that we forget that it's just, they're peanuts. You know, they're just peanuts. We're here for so short a time. You know, just let it go, let it go, let it go. Who cares about, you know, certain things? I'm going to take Sibilla cards on this and see if if they can offer more information. Okay, and I've got here the prigione, prison, the domestic, and the amante, the male lover, could be a female lover, but these are mirroring each other. And what I'm seeing is that there's nothing going on in that department here, and there is either something being hidden from you or something there's shady business, right? There's some kind of shady business. There's some kind of hidden profiles that are acting on your behalf, or that you are receiving people who are, either you are the victim or the perpetrator, but there's something shady going on. And you feel like you have to get to the bottom of it, or those interacting with you feel that they have to get to the bottom of it, you know. Let me take a look at the second. The second is, well, how do you like that? The Death card. This is the card that, you know, takes Scorpio and gives them a big slap in the face. You know, here you are. Here you are. And when that comes up, we always have to say, look, either we make this a turning point, or we succumb to the forces of, in Italiano, annientamento, of complete ending. Okay, so either you put an end to an issue, or it's revitalized. Okay, and I'm seeing this as something that could be in all areas. It really can be in all areas. It could be in a relationship. It could be in terms of work, in terms of projects that you have going on. Either you bring them forward and you make a qualitative jump, or you just call it a day and let them go. Let them go. I do have this indecision, yeah, this indecision, this gran consolazione, and this is fine. We know the meaning of that. It's one of the best cards in the deck, but then we have allegrezza al cuore, and that is fine as well. And then we have this dispiacere, which is sadness. Allegrezza al cuore is happiness in the heart. But what is it? If you've got this and you've got this, why this? Okay, clearly there is something at the basis of your very, very being, of your very existence, a real profound existential question that is eating at you. And it seems that superficially you're okay. Superficially things are working well, and you know, you are a person who is quite profound, and you do delve below the surface even far more than you would probably want to. But here, this is talking of something that lies underneath the surface. This is underneath, because on the surface, things are business as usual. The money is coming in. You have, you know, your plans, your projects, your interaction with people on the surface are seemingly very, very good. What we're missing is the end or rejuvenation, the end or restoration. It's a decision. Let's go to the third card. The third card, here we go. I would have expected this. The Chariot, ladies and gentlemen. The major arcana of the Chariot. And the Chariot is a very, you can see for yourself, a chariot is it's a very slow moving, but it's almost an immobile. It's an ambiguous type of card. And you can see they're just resting. And whether the person is desirous of going forward or wanting them to stay put and immobile is something for a jury that's still out about that. And this spread here, I see it as you being undecided as to how to continue, how to either end it or rejuvenate it, whatever that may be for you. The next card is so many important major arcana, one after another. This is the Moon card, ladies and gentlemen. The Moon card is something that does hide things, and for you, Scorpio, the Moon card is telling you that there's no one can help you but yourself. There's no one that can, of course you can go to therapy, you can go to counseling, but underlying everything, and you know this, because many of you don't take fondly of, they don't think of therapy as being very, very successful. Not for you, you know. This is something that you need to take care of. And I'm going to take 3 Sibilla on this Moon card. It's mirroring the Death card. It's quite an important message here. And it's something that you're going to have to come out with yourself. You will be the master of your destiny in this. Donna di servizio, the housemaid, consolante, sorpresa, consoling, surprise, and fedeltà. You will have a little bit of help from your friends, as the song goes of the Beatles. I think it was the Beatles. But you know, this is talking about your nature, your very nature. You are a person, and I'm talking about the month of September now. Remember that will be in the social realm. And in the social realm, superficially, you work very, very well. It's when you go home, close the door, that all of the issues you have emerge. And troubling you is that decision. Do I close it? Do I revitalize it? What do I do? And only you know the answer to that. Only you know the answer. Then I have here the Knight of Cups. Now this could be an energy, but I see this as you, Scorpio, male and female. You do, and the Knight of Cups is a knight comparatively to other knights. It is a smooth flowing knight. It is a knight that takes its changes, its decisions one day at a time, 1 hour at a time, moving one step at a time. And it's by no chance that it does come out mirroring the Page of Coins here, because I'm seeing that the question whether to close or open this affair, whatever it may be, has to do with your concept of spirituality. Now, how odd. And it seems to me, Scorpio, that for the time being, your sense of spirituality is sort of not helping you very much. It seems that to the questions you're asking, and the cards are telling me you alone know the answer to these things. And let me see what the runes have to say. Let's cast the runes, see what they have to say. Okay. Again, Isa, right over the death card, you alone know the answer to that. And there's this Peritro bright stave, of course. Yeah, you alone do know. You know, this is a repetition. Again, you're the one that knows. And Hagalas is there to tell us it is from within that you will find the answer. Now, I have a bunch of runes here. Very exciting to see them one over the other, having to do with that decision, whether I close, whether I reopen, whether I revitalize, or just call it a day. I'm seeing that, I'll see if I can, how to explain this. First of all, I'll show the runes to you. This is Urus bright stave, Ewat's bright stave, Algid's bright stave, and Otala bright stave. The key to making the decision is through a certain ritualistic process. Okay, let's see if I can get this out. Whereby, on the one hand, you know that it's a rite of passage you have to go through. And you also know, you do know that you are safe in whatever choice you make. But the sadness is that the rite of passage is what is blocking you. Do I go? Do I not go? And this is what I'm getting for you. But you alone know the answer, Scorpio. I do hope this was of help to you. Namaste, ladies and gentlemen, Scorpio. Until we read together again. Bye-bye.